TCK. Happy weekend, friends, and welcome back to another Sunday Funday. This week, the Stormblood Doggo Farm won our popular poll, and by our follow-up poll, it appears that we're going to be doing a little bit of the Minstrels Ballad Tsukuyomi's Pain. You'll be farming that purple doggo and mats for both the barding and the new very shiny weapons. We've got a little bit of setup to do here. I'm going to be explaining a few things right at the onset of the stream, but we need to take attendance and figure out who's going to be here first, so there will be just a little bit of peace and quiet before we begin. If you're new to this segment, please take note of the link below in the description if you're watching this after the fact on YouTube, or right below the live stream if you're following along with us. That goes to support our most recent Tiltify campaign, and that currently is in support of Save the Children in their ongoing efforts against the coronavirus here in the United States. That will be running until 3/31/21, and we'll have a new update for you available on April the 1st. In the meantime, thank you for your patience and stay tuned. And we are live.
So, Drax has just made a good point, Kai.
Yes.
Spoon Legs should be a Dragoon and just use a giant fork.
That is not a bad plan. I may take that under advisement.
He will take it under advisement.
We got to get him through ARR before I get too involved in future decisions with him.
Yeah. Sure. But I mean, you know you're not gonna have Q problems.
That's true.
No, yeah. Any of us will drop what we're doing to carry Spoonlegs through a dungeon.
I could literally just in chat be like, hey, I'm going to run XYZ as Spoonlicks and have like 6 volunteers.
Yep.
I think he's just kind of our mascot now.
Oh, Tommy is back, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Hey.
Hey.
Hello.
Saren, what did you get?
My crown!
She's a mentor.
Oh.
I'm toxic now.
Yeah.
This is
Show
a
me
5 mentor party. Just want to point that out.
So, all of the wipes is what I'm hearing.
Oh, yeah.
Right, maybe I should do this first. Actually, because I never did that fight as a melee.
Is it painful as a melee?
It's...
Am I going to find out?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yep.
That's the thing.
It's the struggle bus.
Oh, Kuro, we're going to have fun. You hear that?
Should I switch to Red Mage?
The thing that you're going to need to know is that during Supreme Selenomancy, when you have the floor split into 2 colors, you're going to have to dance back and forth across the colors, and that gets really annoying when you're melee.
Okay, so I'm not going to have any True North left.
Nope. I mean, you could be a monk and have 5 stacks.
I don't know how to play Monk effectively anyways.
You punch, and then you kick, and then you punch harder after you kick.
You just do a little parappa.
And you switch positions between these
You
those
kick.
switches.
Punch!
It's all in the mind.
It's all in the mind. If you want to test me, I'm sure you'll find the things I'll teach you.
Thank you for that.
Jackson is looking at me very weirdly. Punch! See, and this is why Ari is my favorite.
Yes, because she also knows all the lyrics.
Yes.
Punch, kick, block. Chop, chop, chop.
does that completely out of. Even if you do it perfectly, he still does it completely out of tune. It's amazing.
Parappa is just.
Punch, punch, punch.
He's so off key, it's sad. We will give Hosen a minute to do the Wi-Fi reset.
The only time that I remember Parappa sounding like sure about something is the driver test one. When she goes, I forgot to close the door. He goes, you forgot to close the door. It's like, okay, dude, I admitted it already.
We get it.
I know.
That wasn't so hard, was it? Sure, but how'd you get out the TV?
No, but he actually says, I gotta believe very much into. He sounds very confident. I gotta believe.
I think maybe my least favorite song in that whole game is the Fighting the Fire one.
That's I'm Jammer Lammy.
Yeah, that's not Parappa.
Except
I've
I
never played that one.
like when he says push the button because he says it really stupid.
But my favorite, as we've established, is the frog.
Yes.
Yep.
Because I
one.
got the funky flow.
That one's the best one. I've always really liked that song in general. It just sounds good. It's very smooth.
Yeah.
It's so catchy.
Mm-hmm.
In the rain or in the snow.
And the
Got
dance.
The funky flow.
The fucking dance that they do is the coolest.
I'm actually, you can't see it, but I'm actually doing
I do it every time.
Nice.
Ari, look at my search info.
Oh yeah. Almost forgot about that.
Oh, you know what we should do? We should
What's
edit
that?
together a Final Fantasy XIV Parappa type video. You do like True
Oh.
Strike as punch, punch, punch.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Hey, Ozzy.
Hello. Hey.
Okay, I will get cargo pants and I will get the Hawaiian shirt. Let's go.
Yeah. I bet you the Sky
I'm gonna
Builders
need-
pants and the Hawaiian shirt I got for Grandpa would work just fine.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I just don't have the frog head. So we will need to find that fake until I get the frog head.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Ari has the frog head. But I want to be the frog.
Because you got the funky flow.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to turn BGM down just a little bit. I cranked it for Hades earlier, and now it's a little aggressive. That's better. All right, so welcome to the Minstrels Ballad Tsukuyomi's Pain. There aren't a ton of mechanics, and the ones that are going to be the most important are during Phase 3, which is Divine Selenomancy. The main thing during Phase 1 is she'll have an attack that is either going to be gun or spear. If she has gun, everybody needs to stack up. If she has spear, we're going to need to spread out with the DPS being over by... the healers being over by B, and the DPS being over by D. So D for DPS.
Okay.
Because
Did we need 2 tanks here?
I don't remember, to be honest. I don't know of any tank swap mechanics or anything.
So we didn't need 2 tanks, we just always had 2 tanks? Okay.
I think so.
Shouldn't we have? Well, it's all the ability. The gun, I think, is one tank, one DPS, and one healer anyway, right?
Well, that's the spear.
Oh, okay.
She'll throw out a cone on, like you said, a tank, a DPS, and a healer. So if we split into 3 groups, we'll be all right with that.
Oh, right, I got mixed up. You said stack on the first one, and I immediately forgot. My bad.
That's okay. Yeah, so the gun, everybody just stacks up behind the boss, and on the spear, D for DPS, B for heals, because I don't have an H. Sorry.
How dare you?
Phase 2 is just adds. There's really nothing of note there. Phase 3 is where things are going to get really hard. B for Pamps, yes. When she does Divine Selenomancy, the floor will split into black and white halves. You basically need to dance back and forth across them, because if you get 5 stacks for standing on one side too long, you will die immediately. At the same time, one of the 2 sides is going to start getting bigger until the whole floor is one color, which, as you can imagine, means that there's not going to be any more safe place left for us to stand. When that happens, she's going to mark 3 players with meteor markers. When that happens, I'm going to drop mine over at A. Whoever the DPS is that gets theirs is going to drop theirs right here at C. And the healer gets the most fun job of all, because they run all the way over to D, which is the side that's usually getting bigger. Whichever side is eclipsing the other side, that's where the healer needs to drop their meteor. So those 3 meteors get dropped, and B should be safe, so we can all run there. Once that happens, once all the meteors come down, you still have to stay put for a second, because those meteors are going to explode. After they explode, you're going to pop sprint and run to the new, differently colored circle that's going to be on B. So if the whole floor is white, there's going to be a little black circle at B that is now safe to stand on.
It is important to note that the switch does not happen automatically.
Right.
So as you go from one to the other, you need to wait like a server tick for it to actually switch. So don't leave it for the last minute.
Yep.
Or you won't.
I expect that if we wipe, it is going to be on the phase that I just described, which is the black and white, because it's pretty awful.
Yep.
If we get through that, the boss should be pretty close to dead. The final phase, we're just going to have callouts for where you should be, so it shouldn't be too hard.
Okay.
All right.
Alrighty.
Ready to give it a first try?
I guess so.
1 second. I'm just taking it.
Sure.
Definitely ready to die. Let's do this.
The way of the warrior is the resolute acceptance of death.
I think it is called Tsukuyomi's pain.
This is true. All right.
Let the rebels begin.
Wrong fight, man. We'll give you a 10 count in case you need any precasts.
I need 15, but I'll take 10.
Sorry.
Oh, and I goofed my opener.
Womp womp.
Maybe if you had a proper
This is
weapon.
a raid wide. So it's either gun or spear coming up. That is gun, so stack up. Easy peasy. Transition sequence, say goodbye to your uptime.
Goodbye, ride and thrust.
Nice knowing you.
What's really, really sad is if you drop a Scorch on this.
Oh,
I remember when we were farming this last time, and I remember seeing Prey by himself in there.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was sad.
Crawling in my crawl.
Yes.
We were farming this with Gaix, and he would insist on popping Frey and then not standing with the group to soak. He's like, nah, I'm an edgelord. I can soak everything.
Speaking of edgelords,
Yep.
You bastard, I'm gonna lose my dance.
I feel a sneeze coming on.
Ah.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. All right, here comes the black and white face after a raid wide. Probably just do this. I doubt this will tickle. Nope.
0.
All right, I'm gonna tank somewhere near A here. So, take a minute to look at your debuff when it comes up in about 2 seconds. Because that's going to tell you what side you need to start on.
I don't remember
Moonlight.
which one is which. Okay, I got it right.
The red and blue one is the black side. The white one is, the white and black one is the white side.
Stack up.
Meteors? Oh dear.
Woo!
I was dead before.
Shit.
I believe this is going to kill me. Yep.
Everybody's gonna die.
Yep.
The meteors were too close on the safe side.
Yep. So they exploded. All right. So you see now that the split floor is kind of garbage.
Yeah.
Hey, Echo.
Nice. I will do a 15 just for you, Saren.
So, if it's easier to, in everybody's mind, when you get the little moon icon over your head, tell you what buff you have. If it's blue and red, it's black. If it's white and like a grayish black, it's the white buff.
And I recommend not letting it get to 4, because otherwise the server 6 might screw you and you won't be able to switch the time.
Spread.
And I feel like once you're at 4 stacks, it takes a lot longer for it to tick over.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm not going to spin cycle. She's... Yeah. It's not going to be able to get through the whole thing. We are chunking her health down pretty well, though, so I doubt there's going to be a whole lot to the 4th phase. Excuse me. Slap an inner chaos on Asahi. That is immensely satisfying.
Step in the circle,
Excuse me.
please. Thank
Saren's like, I need Esprit, get over here.
you.
Alright, Suyu, let's dance. Get over here. She's like, no, I refuse. So mine is black and white, which means I need black. If yours is blue and red, it means you need white.
Oh, I got it wrong.
Oh dear.
So did everybody.
Well, we can technically still execute the meteor mechanic as long as the DPS goes to C and the healer goes to D.
This is the stack, by the way. Those meteors were not placed correctly.
Uh-oh.
Oh, did I goof that?
You need to go to B for that.
Oh, yeah, I said it wrong. Although,
Technically, though, they were set up in a way that will work. We
the
just need
tank
to be
one should
over-
keep us up. These will explode.
Yeah. I'm just gonna do this, and we're gonna survive
Yep.
You will.
it.
Alright.
I'm gonna slowly pick up Atomia and Hosen because they can swift cast faster than I can. So
Okay, well, I am going to focus target you and go into my spin cycle, so I probably shouldn't need heals.
alright.
So, over to the D side.
D side and out.
Now, stay close to the boss. Over to the D side again.
Make sure you stay in though.
Yep. Now it's going to be away from the boss on the next cast. Raid wide first.
Everybody should have enough HP to survive. Yeah, we go.
Oh, fans.
We can just stack on this back one back here. If she lasts that long.
Oh. Oh. Hey!
Good recovery.
And we start with a dog. All right then. I don't want any more orchestrion rolls. Y'all can have that.
Yep.
Tab
I will
3 is
take-
just full of orchestrion rolls.
I will take a singular Orchestrion roll at some point.
I did forget. So after the first meteors go down, we just stay by B or whatever that the marker is. We need to just not move from that, right? Because the meteors are going to explode twice.
Yes, they do damage when they touch down, and then they do great big explosions afterwards.
Okay.
Wait.
Grandsary.
Whoa!
Thank you.
Run that by again. Where everybody's converging at C after the meteors drop, correct?
What were we doing? Seed?
No.
Yeah. So safe marker after the meteors are dropped.
The safe marker is
Right.
going to be either B or D. C is where the DPS meteor goes.
Wait, what?
So,
The safe
Brief-
markers will be darker.
brief recap. Tank meteor gets dropped at A. DPS meteor gets dropped at C. B and D alternate because you never know which side is going to get bigger. So the meteor for the healer has to get dropped at either B or D. And the opposite side is going to be the safe spot.
Okay, I'm okay with that, but whoever the healer is going to die every single time.
I mean, I'm open to alternate strats. That's
It's only because when we drop our stack off at the long side, we
yes.
have to run to the short side to refresh our buff before it gets big, or else we're going to die of 5 stacks before the second explosions happen.
Right.
So the only way to do that is to run to the short side, which would be C, because we won't make it all the way across before the room closes up into one color.
Right. So C is on the vertex where the two colors are changing. It's not the small side ever. It's because the split is right down the middle between A and C.
I think I might just not be explaining it correctly, but
Okay.
I'll show you what I mean this run.
Okay.
Okay, just checking. So in the first phase, DPS go to D. On the moon phase, DPS go to B.
On meteors, DPS goes to C.
C. Okay.
Yep. I'm gonna have some potato salad.
Yummy.
Yeah, it's one of the more mechanics-heavy Stormblood fights, and thankfully you can cheese some of those mechanics now, but it's still kind of ugh.
The thing is that it doesn't matter how, sinking down, how good your gear is. Some mechanics will still kill you no matter what.
Doom is doom.
You just won't survive it. Yeah.
I'm always trying to squeeze one last GCD into that transition.
Oh no, my Blood of the Dragon might fall off.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh, woo! That was close.
Priorities, man. I just want to say, for probably the 500th time in the 4 years that I've been playing this game, my AoE should not be a cone.
Nope. You should not.
It should be a line.
Yeah, bring back Rive. Rive OP.
I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen in 6.0.
Yeah,
It's going to be a cone, then a line, and then a donut.
we're gonna go overpower Mithril Tempest Rive. It's gonna be
Yes.
cone, point blank AoE, and then line. Because reasons.
It's because warriors can't have nice things.
I already spend so much of my trash pulls wiggling around because I run towards the outside edge and then I cone, and then I run into the middle and I Mithril Tempest and I decimate and then I run out and then I cone. All while dodging AoEs, of course. Since I already know she's not going to follow me, just tank her right here, I guess. Alright, look at your buffs. Mine is black and white, which means I need black. If yours is red and blue, it means you need white.
I thought I had that right, but I guess not.
Gonna move the boss a little out here.
Back up.
Meteors.
We're gonna die.
Yep.
I'm not gonna survive this.
Nobody's gonna survive this. We're all gonna get Doom in a second, unfortunately.
Oh wait, I will.
wants to cast? Somebody's going to cast area real quick.
Yeah, I got it.
Shit.
No.
Oh.
Or not.
Come on.
So hoping we just cheese through it.
Really, really close.
We almost managed it.
So, I just want to
The
be
thing
clear.
is that we need to make sure that we have the right color at that point.
What's up, Barry?
With the meteor, like B was on the like side that had more black. Is that like I'm still supposed to take it there, right?
Yeah, so it goes into the side that there is more of.
Okay.
So the DPS should be dropping. If the DPS is going to be stacking on C, they're going to need to be dropping their color in the smaller crescent.
Yeah, and I should be doing the same thing as well. But I goofed that time.
Okay, now I understand how you're doing the strategy.
Yeah.
Not quite sure I do, but I'm trying my best.
Traditionally, when we've always done it, we've gone on one DPS, one healer, just run on D and B on either sides.
Yeah.
And then the tank brings it to A. But I see what guys do.
Oh, okay. I understand what you were saying now. I'm like, I didn't initially when you started explaining it to me. I was like, I don't know what you're getting at. For anybody who is curious, you don't have to pay attention to this part, but what Shion and I are discussing is that when the meteors drop, the color of the meteor is going to be the color of the side it lands on, and then when it explodes, it's going to leave behind a pool of its own color. So what we're doing initially is we're having the healer run deep into the color that's taking over, so that everybody else is safe to huddle in the color that's starting to disappear without having to stand on a meteor, which would suck. And then what I'm doing is I'm trying to make sure that I'm dropping the meteor on the color that's getting smaller, so that once it's safe to leave our little crescent moon there, we run generally to my meteor because it leaves behind a safe spot.
Get in the circle. Thank you.
I'm still curious if the healers will be able to get back in time to refresh their smaller buff.
I think theoretically the strat is to get to like 3 or 4 stacks of the small color, because I think that delays the first tick of the big color,
Okay.
so that when you sprint out there, you should hopefully have a couple extra seconds.
Okay, I'll try doing that then. Because yeah, it does take longer if the buff's larger.
I never quite mastered it though. I'm on the wrong side. Whew, that was close.
Ah, fuck. I always get confused.
I got it, sorry.
Back up. You guys want to make sure that towards the end of this, you have almost no.
Oh, am I gonna make it?
Oh my gosh!
Oh no.
I'm
Nope.
taking one of these.
I couldn't make it because I couldn't tell that it was on me. Sorry.
It's all good. The
Alright, we
safe
have
spot
a-
is going to be all the way up at A. I'm not going to be able to shield anybody.
I'm gonna die.
Just don't get hit by double markers. You should be.
There's Doom. Bye.
Ow! I got hit
The
by
same
double
spot
markers.
was at A, Kai.
I mean, it technically is.
It
It's
is.
just there were overlaps of markers.
Yep. There just wasn't really a safe place to stand is the issue. I don't think I could do 24% by myself. That's a tall order, guys.
Yeah, we believe in you, Kai.
I hate this fight so much.
So the strategy here, she alternates between in and out being where you need to be, and she alternates between swiping B or swiping D.
You have enough anger.
Oh,
Oh!
nope. Oh, that's rough. I forgot that bursts like 4 times. I was like, oh yeah, vengeance should be enough to get me through that. Okay. Yeah, the safe spot was technically at A, but the meteors were so overlapping that there wasn't going to be any good way to get there without it exploding in your face. Because technically, we're supposed to wait until the meteors go kaboom. What do we got?
Spread.
Okay. I know that the 2 dialogue options are unique, but I never pay attention to that. I'm always like looking for the weapon. We're getting her to a little over half health before she even transitions, so if we can get the meteor phase down, we're gonna cheese right through her.
I mean, she almost died during the meteor phase last time.
Right.
If we hadn't all died.
Right.
It can.
Yeah, I can.
I've actually done it before. So it's 100% possible.
Excuse me. Yeah, most of the need for healing comes in phase 4 if you're struggling with the DPS check, but honestly, we're not, so nothing hits super duper hard.
I don't know, that hit for 12k.
I'm gonna actually hang on to my Shake It Off for meteors, so that if things are overlapping a little bit, as long as we don't get doomed, I should be able to buff shield us through it. Okay, be ready to check your buffs. If it's black and white, it means you need blue. I'm sorry, if it's black and white, it means you need black. And if it's blue and red, it means you need white. Let's pull the boss up to A.
I'm assuming since I lived through that, I did the mechanic correctly.
Yeah.
Yes. Stack. Sorry, we'll need about 3 or 4 of this light buff on this side before, just in case you get meteors, before we go to the dark side.
Okay.
The dark side.
Something, something, something complete.
Open.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So
Okay.
were you able to get the opposing buff area when you looked back here?
Big shield for
I
people.
think so, yeah.
Safe spot's going to be this white rock, but it blows up first.
Yeah, stay on you guys.
Okay, now run to me.
Oh my bad.
Woo! Close.
I still cast it above the
She's She's dead, so
Ha!
Oh.
Hey,
yeah, that's it.
Tsukuyomi's lance. That's kind of neat.
oh, no one else is getting it because I just rolled a 96. Hey,
You can also need it, so.
hey.
But why would you need on it? You already have the perfect dragoon weapon.
I
The
know.
worst thing is her weapons are gorgeous.
All the other glam can go fork themselves.
I love the fork.
Yes, the fork of light.
It's hella
And
funny.
yes, her weapons are gorgeous. The crafted versions are fantastic.
They're super good.
Uh-huh.
I'm hoping
Yeah.
I get a mat from these, honestly, because I really
Me
do
too.
want the
I've
dragoon
seen
weapon.
them.
Wait, do you want me to switch or what?
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. I didn't
Up
know
to
if
you.
you guys wanted me to. We can do this because you already queued. And
I have
then I'll try
goldfish
it.
memory, so
Me too. I have. I'll switch to black mage on the next one.
hoki dokie. We might even be able to kill her before we get to the meteor explosions.
We can hope.
That would be awesome.
It's
Yeah,
literally
let's just
the
all go
only
DPS.
Yeah.
Yeah, screw it.
That's the
For
strat.
Keon, you are DPS.
That is true.
I see what you did there.
You don't need to keep the 15 seconds, by the way, guys.
No?
Honestly, no, because of the transition. Like, I basically reopen after she comes back from ads anyway. So
Okay. So, speaking of battle forks, Dynasty Warriors 5, one of the characters, her name is Shingsai, and she has a shield and a battle fork, for reasons I've never known.
Yeah, they changed that in one of the later editions, I think.
Yeah, in 6 they had like a butt ton of clone movesets, and then 7 they had slightly fewer clone movesets, and then 8 they decided, let's go back to everybody having a unique weapon, even if that means some of the weapons have to get really silly. I'm still a little bit annoyed about the Dragon Column weapon in Dynasty Warriors 8 because it's a wooden sawhorse. He just beats people with a sawhorse.
Yeah,
What?
that's definitely a weird
Okay.
weapon.
We had a conversation about that not too long ago.
Yeah, we did, come to think of it. Yeah, that's Liu Shan, Liu Bei's son, when he comes of age and takes over.
And we don't speak of 9.
And we don't have markers.
We don't acknowledge 9 at all. And yeah, I forgot the markers. Sorry about that.
Just noticed it.
All the more reason to kill him before meteor drop.
Boom. Stonks.
The nice thing about Tsukuyomi's platform is that you always know that C will be where the stairs are. So
Just all the way to the south.
Would be to the be to the left of that, or to the right?
if
B.
you're looking towards Tsukuyomi, it'd be to the right.
B is over here.
Oh,
oh, we have no markers. I see.
Yeah.
that's what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
I crashed. I just came back.
Oh yeah, your
Oh.
Discord audio cut out
Oh.
because mobile is dumb.
So
All right.
if I get meteor, I'm going to the left of the stairs.
Well, just into the whatever the growing
Okay, so
color
the
is.
Opposite. All right. Well, that's not nothing. I
Yeah.
don't have to remember too much stuff.
Take a look at your debuff. Black and white means black. Red and blue means white. This fight is kind of poopy.
Just a little bit.
gonna stack up here. Oh no.
Oh,
Oh
no.
no.
I'm dead.
That was my bad.
It's all good. Still have a safe marker.
I'm sorry, Melee. I'm just gonna inch over here.
God, how am I gonna do this?
I'm not gonna survive it. Shit.
I completely forgot. Again.
Oh my god. Here, you take
Uh,
that.
hate
Sit on it
this
for a little bit.
You guys got this.
Time to res people. Hosen, you're coming up. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, Hosen, you're coming up first, so you can quick res. Harry, I'm getting you next. Tommy is next. Left and out. So, where I'm standing, basically. Wow. I couldn't get that any closer if I tried.
Yeah. Over
Right,
to me.
and then in. So, over, yeah, over next guy. Alright, we should have enough to kill him.
Yeah, bad timing on the res. I couldn't get out of there in time.
You do know to not press any buttons as soon as you get up, right?
You have a few seconds of invulnerability as soon as you get rezzed.
Yeah.
No.
But that
Well, I
ends
was
if you
running-
execute
I was-
any. Sorry.
As long as you don't push any buttons. So you have like 4 or 5 seconds that if you don't push any buttons, you can stay on the bat and and you won't get hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you can move freely, that's fine. But if you execute any actions, it will strip your invuln away from you.
Yeah.
Oh. No, I just almost ran out of time then, because as soon as I got up, I tried running for good, but it just wasn't enough, I guess.
It's really quick. It's like it's 4 or 5 seconds, but
Also, Tommy, I don't know if you care about it or not, but I'm assuming that you're watching and having to skip the cutscenes. You can actually turn on an option so it automatically skips all the cutscenes that you've seen before.
Oh, that I've seen before? I didn't know
yeah,
that.
so like
Yeah.
Tsukuyomi, when you go in, you don't have to like go through and
yeah.
skip
So
per cutscene every
in
time.
character configuration, it's literally on the general page. So it's like the first name. It says cutscene skipping. It says skip playback of previously viewed scenario cutscenes.
Yeah.
All 3 options. It will never skip something that you haven't seen before, but it will automatically skip anything that you've seen before.
That's why I never bothered to turn it off, so I thought it would turn them off for everything.
No, yeah,
And,
no.
and I'm still playing the story, so I didn't want to do that.
No, you can safely mark all 3. It won't keep anything new from you.
Yes. Sari made me do it on my first day playing.
Yep. I think before he even learned how to walk, I set all his settings first.
True.
All right. Everybody ready?
Shion asked for a moment.
Ah. Yep. I see that now. This is why I ask out loud as well.
I'll actually be right back as well.
Okay. Yeah, on that last clear, when I was like, sorry, Melee, I went to go stand in all of the meteor explosions because I was like, I know I can survive it as a tank, but I don't know that I'm going to be able to refresh my stacks if I don't move early.
Right, I'm gonna go.
Okay. Now, Saren is AFK for a moment. While I'm on the subject, how many more clears do I have to go? $11 more.
Do you still want me to stack with Shio, or can Shio handle the cone alone?
I think the cone does a flat amount of damage.
Yeah, I'll be
we just
fine.
separate people into groups so that it doesn't double cone
Stack all
somebody.
three, yeah.
Yeah. Even if you do get double coned, I don't think it matters that much. It's just
Probably not. I probably healed way more than I actually needed to, honestly.
yeah, probably. Getting double coned wasn't fatal even at like
Cap.
eye level 460, I think, when we were doing this last.
Oh.
So 510 to 520, we're probably fine.
And then for meteors, if I get it, it's C.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
There is also kind of a certain zen to having one healer because you always know that you're going to be the one with the meteor.
Yeah.
I've never wanted to heal Tsukuyomi just because I have the worst luck with the ticks, so I could place the meteor, but I would almost certainly die.
Like me.
I'm good.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
don't like healing Tsukuyomi because I will almost always die to the switch because I always get the colors confused.
Yeah. So it's like if black is taking over and white is disappearing, and you're the healer, it's like you stand in white until you get 4 stacks-ish. So you get the meteor marker, you've got 4 stacks of white, you start running into black. Each tick a couple extra seconds before you get that first tick of black, which should let you live through the mechanic, but it doesn't quite seem to work for me sometimes.
Oh, no markers.
Frig. Goldfish memory, guys. My bad.
We're doing it live, boys. Back up.
Ah. I wanted to get that last upheaval in there, but I didn't quite have time.
I almost had time for one last GCD. Sad.
What's this? Primal energies that feed on the power of your depression? Time to become the next Elder Primal Bahamut.
I just like being attacked. That's the only thing about this that I like.
Oh, if you have enough stress to summon just one primal, that's cute.
Right. Behold the Pantheon.
Whee.
Good luck, Shio.
Oh, I'm gonna need it. Oh boy.
Overshields. So many overshields. Stay still for a minute. Stay still for a minute. Sprint now if you've got it.
Nope. Kill it.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
That was a good one.
That was fast.
It's like the worst game of red light, green light ever.
Oh, I rolled a 99 on the weapon that I'm gonna lose because there's 2 red mages in the party.
I do really like it.
I bet you the glowy one looks baller.
It does.
Yep.
Certainly.
Let me see if I can, Tsukuyomi. Probably easier if I just go with Red Mage Arm. Let's try that again. Still didn't work. Awesome. Killing me, Smalls. There we go. That is the glowy version.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All of
That's
the
cool.
weapons are so cool.
I especially like that on the Great Axe for the warrior, the glowing effect has a kimono pattern, which was just really neat. Let's do markers this time.
Markers.
Galaxy Brain strats. Man, I think we did, I want to say 3 or 4 different Sunday Fundays farming just this boss to get all of the doggos last time.
Yep. And sadly, it was before the weapons were out.
Guys, we just
Wow.
skipped Spears.
That was-
She's actually going to have more health in Phase 3 than she has had previously. That's
Oh,
hilarious.
so it's a bad thing?
Well, not necessarily. It just means that during the meteor, she's going to have 20% more health than we're used to.
So that's a bad thing.
That was unexpected.
If we
Yeah.
keep doing the same amount of DPS, it's not going to matter.
I guess so. That's very true. We'll probably still kill her at the same time, just we'll be doing more damage during Selenomancy. This game is really just unkind to black mages. Because I'm sitting here thinking about it, and I'm like, oh, you know, you'd just be doing your DPS rotation while moving back and forth a bunch of times. Cries in black mage.
Yep.
Poor Aerie.
Black Mage is only extremely effective if you know somebody will always have the mechanic down, because then you can just jump to them.
That's true. You could set a macro for it. She wouldn't even have to target them.
Dance around us, Harry.
I will say Wayward Daughter is a neat musical theme.
I don't actually remember what it is. I have it off right now.
Ah. Check your buffs.
One of these days I'll get it right.
You'll probably get it down about the time the farm is over. That's how it worked for me.
Back
Or
up.
you may be like me and just never get it.
I'll grab Siren.
Thank you.
Meteors.
Okay. Well,
Well then.
There.
and my ticks didn't tick over, so I am officially dead. So I will give you guys all I can for healing, hit the boss, and then die.
All.
I lived! Thank you to whoever res me. You are a god.
All right, so
Toya.
the first attack, we are going to need to get away and also to the D side. For the next attack, we're going to need to stay close, but we're going to need to go to the D side still, so over here.
Back to the berry.
This is raid wide.
Oh, okay, my die. Oh, there we go.
Second
Fans.
wind.
I dropped my second wing too.
Center.
I'm so out of mana, it's ridiculous. Right now.
Overshield for everybody. Torment unto death, that's a tank buster, and it doesn't matter, she's dead.
Oh, thank God.
Woo!
That's a recovery.
Hey look, it's the fish tank trimmings. In case, you want to put it in your fish tank.
I don't have one, but I'll roll on it anyways.
I don't remember what it looks like, to be honest. We ended up with like 12 of them the last time we farmed this.
It's okay.
Oh, I got it. I guess I need a fish tank now.
Well, okay then.
Yeah, because last time the weapons weren't out yet.
Yeah. At least now, if you get the material, you can potentially make a decent amount of gil from this. Or you can make
Yeah,
a
they were
just really cool
worthless
weapon.
before. That's my plan if I get one.
Assuming the decent gods shine down upon you.
Yeah. Hey, Ari, on a scale of 1 to squee, how happy are you about the doggo right now? Excuse you? Go back here.
I jumped right through her.
My heavy swing missed because she was behind me when I executed it, so it was like, can't see target. Oh, we should be able to burn her a little bit better this time. Split. Oh, you're fine.
Realistically, we don't even need to do that anymore because I'm the only healer, so I'll just adjust as necessary.
Fair enough.
Healers adjust.
That's true.
Yeah, I got Stardiver off. Worth it.
Yay!
Hey.
I didn't get my upheaval off. Big sad. I say again, why is my attack a cone? On guard.
Ow.
Oh, 23k. That's the most she's done with that attack so far. Time to check your buffs. Black and white means you need black. Red and blue means you need white. Gonna pull the boss to A. Sad melee noises. Ha! Nice.
Hey, nice.
That's the way we like it.
A grimoire. That is a wide book.
Damn.
It opens up like an oriental screen.
Black Mage too strong.
Yeah, it's a little bit like the skip mechanic for Tiger Boy. You gotta let her get into that attack before you nuke her. I managed to tweak my rotation for phase 1 so I can actually get my spin cycle off, so that's kind of neat. Alright, get ready to check your buffs. Black and white means that you need black, and red and blue means that you need white. Pulling the boss to A. We got a stack mechanic. And then meteors. Oh dear. Throwing out a big shield. Guess we didn't need it.
We're getting better at it.
Yeah.
It is really hard to get a meteor into position if you're melee.
Yep, that's why I was like, this fight sucks as melee.
Even with the elusive jump, I always come up short, and it's really annoying.
Yep. And it's like, I can't tank the boss in the middle, because we won't be able to refresh our stacks. Okay, Tomia needs a quick break. I will bio.
Calling it hit and run tactics.
Yeah.
I hit, then I run like hell.
Yep.
The Parappa version of Tsukuyomi. Hit, run. Hit, run.
Alright. Tomia needs a moment. I will bio real quick. Let's take 5 or whatever.
All right, and I'm back.
Welcome back.
I return.
Welcome back.
What a good looking bunch we have. Especially Airy. Woo. My goodness. You could hang a coat on that tail, Larry. I don't know if anybody's still AFK, so we'll do this. I believe Shion still needs a moment. Not a problem. How many lunar totems do I have, I wonder? 66.
Wow.
Really?
Yep. I've done this fight a few times.
But you didn't get that doggo yet?
Oh no, I've had the doggo for quite some time.
Okay.
The only doggo I've been missing for quite a while is Seiryu.
I have a few totems of Suryu.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had the Shinryu one for 2 months, I think. I've been within 2 dogs of getting the Ninetales mount for like close to a year now.
How many doggos are there, anyways?
6, I think. 6, 7.
Okay.
Me.
7,
7. All right.
I think.
Let's see.
I only got 3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there's 7.
Yeah, because I have 6, so
Yeah.
it's 7. Because I am still missing stupid asshole Shinryu.
Lakshmi, Susanoo, Shinryu, Seiryu, Byakko, Tsukuyomi, Susanoo. No, we already did Susanoo. There's the 4 beasts plus Lakshmi, Susanoo, and Shinryu.
I think I only have Lakshmi's because I got it from the Moogle tomes, but I only have Lakshmi and Tsukuyomi now.
Yeah.
I got Lakshmi doggo yesterday, and to be honest, it's a pretty easy fight.
It's really not that bad.
Yeah,
Lakshmi and Susanoo are the easiest 2 to get.
we wiped Lakshmi in like 1 minute and 20 seconds.
Wow.
Yeah, it was easy, really.
Yeah.
I like the Byakko one a lot too. It's a tiger dog.
Yeah. Since we're all just going to be on dogs.
Oh.
The Shinryu one's not my favorite, but green is my favorite color, so.
Oh my god. Now we have almost all the dogs here.
I think between us, we have all of the dogs, just none of us have all of the dogs ourselves. It's all split amongst us.
Except Draxus.
Yeah, except Draxus.
We don't talk about that. I thought about farming the missing 2 mounts that I had on my own time multiple times, but I was like, nah, I'd rather have more reasons to be invested in Stormblood dog farms if we're going to get it for Sunday Funday. Something to look forward to, you know.
Saren?
Yep, she crashed.
There you are.
Welcome back.
Captain Planet, he's a hero. Shion is just buried under all of the doggos. We look like
Aw.
a puddle of rainbow spillage.
This is very bright.
It's very, very bright.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
All right. Oh, I guess we
Whoops.
skipped. Womp womp.
Did we hit her too hard?
I guess so.
Yes, we did.
A
And we want to be specific. We did 146,000 party DPS.
Well, dang.
not bad.
Put it in perspective. You only need 112 to kill Shiva. So
DPS or just damage?
it's party DPS.
Gotcha.
We were doing about 30k more party DPS.
And to be clear, are you talking Akafa or Eden's Gate?
Eden's Gate.
Okay. I was like, I feel like at 140k damage, Shiva lasts like 5 seconds.
Can you imagine hitting her with a full party of level 80s and like level 50 extreme instance? I don't even think she'd have time to transition.
If you could manage to unleash your full burst before she could get invuln, you could probably clear her without ever seeing phase 2. You'd probably have to like pepper her down to about 60% and then huge burst to get rid of the rest of her health. Kind of like you have to 100 to 0 Ifrit in like 4 seconds, or you'll get locked into his mechanics. Look at your buffs. Get ready to adjust to the right side. Repositioning to A.
Lost track of my
Oh,
counters.
no.
Okay, I'm going to sit in the middle of this thing, and then I am going to big shield everybody. Because we're going to eat at least one explosion over here. Might as well hug the white rock.
Oh, apparently I wasn't in that far enough. Dang it.
Nope. Final phase.
We got this.
Yeah, we're good. All right. I don't even know if we're going to get to the call out for the first attack before she dies, but if we do, it's going to be out and D for dark. Yep. Sure enough, she died.
Hey.
She's being real stingy right now.
Yep.
The coveted alchemist desynth items. Anybody need to repair or anything before we hop back in?
I'm good.
I'm still at 121% durability, somehow.
Magic.
Yeah. I've been forgetting to use my durability scrolls lately. I don't know why. Probably because I've been getting locked out in like 2 roulettes. So I just haven't been bothering at all.
Maybe you should give Spoonlicks a bunch.
I wish they were tradable, because I definitely would.
Yeah. What, can't put them in the FC chest either?
Nope.
SC is so boring.
I don't know why I pulled her to A. There's no need for that. Oh no.
Whoops.
Maybe I should not be
We
using my
actually-
spin cycle.
We actually did more DPS this time than we did the first time. So we're going in the opposite direction, boys.
Whoopsies.
To be honest, this time I did my rotation correctly.
Oh, okay.
Me
I made a
too.
mistake last time.
I hate how wonky the hitboxes are. If you're following an enemy and you're trying to hit them with melee, it looks like you're right on top of them, but they're not. They're like 6 feet in front of you, so your attack doesn't hit them.
Uh-huh.
It's like I'm walking with a pack of trash and I use my Mithril Tempest, but my AoE misses every single one of them. This arena is so darn pretty. Get ready to check your buffs. Repositioning to A. Oh,
Uh-oh.
that's a wipe.
Oh, it was on Hosen and he died. Oh. Well then.
Well. Well, depending on if Hosen can get somebody else rezzed, we might be able to recover from it. But if not, this is a wipe because we're all about to get Doom.
That's it.
Nope.
If you take the res at 4 stacks, you'll come up before we all die.
I hate this still.
Tally ho. Not a problem. We knew that you had to reset your internet at the start of Sunday Funday, so stuff happens. I'm holding off on my spins.
Yeah, I'm not using my buffs.
Okay, now I'll go into spin cycle. That was beautiful. Got like another 20% DPS out of that.
I'm gonna start Diver Asahi for the memes.
Yes, do it.
Imagine if you got this as a mentor roulette.
Oh no!
I have before.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
Yeah, that was trash. Not gonna
Doom
lie.
is at level is literally AIDS.
Plus, by virtue of it being mentor roulette, you get one other mentor who probably knows the mechanics, one non-sprout that's seen the fight but forgets most of the fight, and then 5 sprouts that barely did normal mode.
Yeah. I love it. I love mentor roulette. So
Yeah.
much fun.
When I, it's funny, every time I get any kind of a trial on mentor roulette, no matter what the trial is, there's always somebody who's like, "Hi, first time here," and they're like the only sprout in the group or whatever, and I'm like, "Yeah, no, I'm aware."
That is indeed why I am here.
That is literally why I'm here. At least one of
You
you
have
has never done this
summoned me.
before.
Yeah, and I kind of wish you hadn't.
I got not Chimera, Hydra today. That was interesting. Time for
Weird.
buffs. Check your debuffs. Oh, I got the wrong one. Sorry.
well, I am the tank now.
Thank you.
Fear me.
I am coming.
Taunt. It's mine. That was awful.
Zach,
Where?
somewhere. Somewhere safe.
Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, we're good. Do this. Do this.
Man,
Do
it's
this.
like the Venn diagram of death as I run by.
Oh, okay.
Somebody
What? It's about time to give us another dog.
want more fish tank?
All of the fish tanks. The gun's kind of neat looking.
Yeah, I kind of like that. It is now Starren's.
Congrats.
For her pew pew.
Yeah, my mentor roulettes today were like, I got Animensis and Eater 3 times in a row, which was really awful. And then I got like 4 Guild Hests and a Ruby Weapon. So I was like, okay, I'll take it.
Ruby Weapon's not that bad.
Ruby Weapon's not bad.
I mean, it can be bad. I've seen it go really bad.
Yeah, I've had people just let me sit there and hold the meteor until I died, and then they all died as a result. So that's never fun. I actually,
I mean,
sorry, go ahead.
as Sarah and I proved the other day with our leveling roulette, anything can go bad with the right people.
Or the wrong people, however you want to look at it.
Yeah.
I feel like, in my experience, I'm more likely to see a wipe at Ruby Weapon than I am at Emerald Weapon. Because Emerald Weapon doesn't have as many raid wides, I guess. It's all like positioning mechanics and stuff, so
Yeah.
you know, you can get 2 or 3 people that survive it, and you're fine because they can res everybody else. But with Ruby, it's like if you don't do the mechanic, the result is that everybody's getting nuked, so it's just a straight wipe.
Yeah, Sarah. Maybe you're just that good at Dancer.
Top deeps, 10 of 10. Best class NA.
Would dance again.
Let us dance, a dance of death.
You don't have enough. The problem is you don't have enough dance partner macros. That's really affecting your DPS.
Yeah. You definitely need to not only have a party chat spamming macro that you have to hit 10 times, it also definitely needs to make a sound effect.
Yeah.
I
Preferably SE6.
or SE1. We just get this like 15 times a second.
Oh, perfect.
Chef's kiss.
I mean, at that point, why don't you just macro the whole song to Hips Don't Lie and just make it your, like, on every button?
Nice. Oh, we don't have any markers.
Who needs them?
If you die, know that I'm going to meme you. That comment.
Is mayonnaise a mechanic?
Horseradish is not a mechanic either.
Big overshield.
Oh, she's so dead. We win. 100%. Big dog, no jinx.
Easy water. More rapiers.
Hey.
You rolled a
Oh.
1.
Oh, that's. Oh.
I mean, we
I'll
also
be right back real quick.
Okay. We also have a bunch of red mages, so golf rules, says Roba. I'm in favor of that. Low roll wins, y'all.
Yeah, that's a nice rapier.
It's pretty cool.
I think I'm gonna use it for a bit.
I will probably never change my rapier again out of spite. Just with everything I went through to get this one, it's probably here to stay.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty badass too.
Even if it looked slightly worse than it does, I probably still wouldn't change it just because I know how long it took.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Area's BRB. I did not realize that the fork made noises.
Yeah,
Oh man,
it's glorious, isn't it?
it's
The move
something.
weapons are the best meme weapons. I love them so much. I still have the Dark Knight sword somewhere.
Nice. I remember making the Dark Knight sword for Shion a million years ago. I feel like the Moogle weapons are more meme-worthy than the Sabatender weapons.
I mean, yeah.
The Sabatender weapons, they're silly, but they're mostly just ugly.
Totally agree with.
Oh, the red mage one, Saren? What's that look like?
The crystal is like a little coin purse with a Moogle popping out of it.
Oh my goodness. That's kind of adorable, actually. I like the effect on the Moogle weapons, the music notes and stuff. If it was less Moogle, like I'm sure the Bard one would probably be pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's hideous.
Right, I'm back.
Welcome back. Oh, I was just going to look it up. Thank you for linking it. Saved me a second. Wow, they really didn't even try with the particles on that one, did they?
No, they did not try.
That is immensely disappointing.
That is bad. That's just sad.
The weapon that makes the most sense to have musical notes has the fewest musical note particles.
Uh-huh.
You disappoint me, Cecil.
At least it's not as bad as the Titan weapon.
People who unironically use the Titan weapons perplex me.
Yeah. Oh, I also have that one too, Saren.
What? You don't like walking around with an electrified turd?
The only Titan weapon that people use is the axe.
Yep.
Because Magni cosplay.
Yep. Oh, welcome back, Ari.
Hey.
So, wow, that katana is something else.
Oh, I also have that too. I have most of the Moogle
Man.
weapons.
Let us ready check.
When I was leveling Dark Knight, I had a Moogle themed glam on my Catboy. It was glorious.
Nice. Which monk one?
I don't know what the monk one looks like.
Are you talking about the Moogle monk one? Yeah.
I will punch you with the power of Moogles.
It's a Moogle headbutt on your fist. Okay. Less damage because cushion blows. But it just
I feel
deals.
like all the Moogle weapons should do less damage.
Squeakers. That'd be great.
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
Oh,
Every
man.
time you hit something, it squeaks.
Oh, I gotta turn my tank stance back on and put down the waymarks.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, no. Thanks, I hate it.
Oh, it's fantastic. You're gonna have so much DPS now.
That'll get you all the commendations now that you don't need them.
Yep.
I mean, I still need the parade chocobo.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
How many
Spear,
columns is that, anyways?
3,000.
3,000.
Ugh.
So in maybe 10 years.
I don't
Yeah.
want them to lock any more items behind comms, but I would like more comm achievements, just so there's a reason to ever get them ever again. Would be kind of nice. Because I'm 400 comms past my parade chocobo, and I'm like, I don't need these. What?
Oh, it's so obnoxious. Love it.
I was asked for it.
Yeah, it's the most noticeable and annoying sound that I can think of is SE1.
So does this fight technically count as 6.0 spoilers now?
Does it? I don't know. Why would it?
I don't know. Since Stormblood never ends, apparently.
Apparently. You just get a one expansion long distraction from the Stormblood plot,
Yep.
and then we're back to Stormblood.
To be fair, as far as villains go, Xenos is definitely my favorite.
I liked Gaius better, TBH.
I just like that he doesn't have any ulterior plans, like he's not seeking world domination. He just wants somebody strong to fight.
Remember to check your buffs.
That's why I hate him, though.
I liked Gaius because he had a very good reason to do what he's doing. He was like, hey, when left to your own devices, you guys are split into a bunch of factions. You have a new primal every other fucking week. If one of you had a better plan than me, I'd be happy to let you carry it out, but you don't, so sit down. Big shields, she's dead.
Oh, I'm out of True North.
That'll
Time
happen.
to go true south.
More revolvers. My god, she's stingy. How many more of these do I have before my title, I wonder? Oh, 3. Lovely.
Hey.
Give me a minute. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Alright, sir. So I'm 1,362 commands away from my parade chocobo. Cool.
Hey, you'll probably have that before I have my Astroface, so don't feel bad.
I'm sure I'll get closer with 6.0 because I'll need to level all my tanks again and all my healers.
That's going to be a good time.
Wonderful.
Yep, and don't forget about being a Sag main, so just gonna be that.
Yeah.
I kind of wonder if we're going to get anything cool for maxing everything again.
I hope so.
The Amaro was a neat touch. I liked it a lot better than the stupid crowns they gave us.
I would like, hey, have they done the Emperor or Empress of War yet?
No, it was Master, Grandmaster, God Soul.
I think Emperor/Empress of War would be a nice title.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, they jumped the shark a little bit with God of War, TBH.
Definitely.
It's like, how the hell are you gonna follow that? And then it's like Soul of War, and I'm like, no.
No.
God of War 2.
And then the level cap goes up to 110, and it's just God of War Ghosts of Sparta.
Level cap 120, and it's just God of War again.
It's just Sparta, and just all capitals.
Yep. Your title is just Sparta. Oh, man. I feel like the Direwolf is just the saddest little anorexic mount.
So sad. Fenrir is kind of bony too, though.
But not this bony.
That's true.
Yeah, like you said.
Imagine Tech Deathclaw is awesome. I love that mount.
The noise is so aggressive.
Yeah.
I wish I had an animation where it just like scooped you or something.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Sometimes I forget about this mount because it's hideous.
Yeah. It's just like this one, but it's a reskin.
Yep.
And don't forget about this one.
Which is just another reskin. Let's not
I
forget
can't even...
the disappointment that is not having the mount action on this guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Which is weird because all the other ones do. Like,
Yeah.
like you have the Namazu one, like the Porksy one has it suck in.
Yep. The elephant has its stomp. I guess the griffin doesn't have an emote. It's just big.
Yeah. Where's that mount from,
But the
anyways?
person- the Ananta.
Yeah, the
Okay.
griffin's the final Ananta mount. You actually get it after the elephant. But the
Ah,
elephant is
okay.
just objectively
Yeah.
cooler, IMO.
It's too big.
The elephant?
Yeah.
It's an elephant.
Yeah, it's too big. No, you know what's actually
It should have been a
disappointing?
two-seater mount, honestly.
It should have, 100%.
The one that really disappoints me not having a if I can find it.
This pose is terribly suggestive.
Come on.
This mount needed an action too.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about,
Yeah,
that it
that's
was
what
so
Ivy
weird that it
said.
didn't have one.
I would like to go around farting in people's faces.
Maybe that's why they didn't do it. Maybe it was, they were
But
worried
the
it was going
Gubu
to
is
be
a thing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
The Gooboo's
Is it time to spit on people?
Memeable mounts should be a its own like event or something. Oh lord.
Time to get the COVID.
Thanks, I have herpagonosyphilades.
If only. So to be fair, the blue mage mount, does it do its bad breath as an act, like a weird action thing?
I don't know. I am not cool enough to have the Morble.
If it doesn't, it should, because that's honestly the only thing a Marble's good for.
I do not do nearly enough blue mage stuff to be anywhere near close to that. I'm really sad that mount strafing isn't a thing because crabs.
Yeah, but how would strafing work on a mount like this? Literally has 2 wheels.
Just give it an extra
I mean-
animation where 2 cartoon feet pop out of the side of it and just inch it to the side.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same way it goes backwards with 2 rocket thrusters on its back.
Yep.
Yeah. I think this is the only mount I have that has a separate underwater animation.
Does that have an underwater animation?
Yeah, it does. The rockets turn into propellers.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know if you were here for this, Shion, but we found out that Chaos Marble has a 3rd underwater form.
Really? What shape is it?
Tetrahedron.
Interesting.
It's just inverted, and you're sitting on the flat side.
I really want to get that mount.
Same. We need to do more Eureka.
I mean, I am in the Primal Forays. I just need to actually get around to talking to somebody about doing the run.
Yeah, it's... I don't know, man. I'm very disillusioned with their group. Let me see. Oh, I haven't seen this one in a coon's age.
Yes.
The Mana Cutter. I used that one for a long time. It was really good.
It's cool looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was excited when I got it. I was like, "Ooh, this one's cool."
Oh. Should we check if everyone's actually here?
Area is taking 0 out, I believe.
Okay.
Oh no, I've been back. I'm sorry. I
Oh.
said okay, as in I'm back. Sorry.
Oh. Well, then we'll do this. Oh, I still don't have that mount, Shion. It dropped once in Mentor Roulette, and the first time Sprout got it. And I was like, of course you did.
That's a cool mountain too. I wish I had that one.
I also don't have the, what do you call it? The Magitech that you get from Doma Castle. Not Doma Castle, Alamigo.
The spider one?
No, it's, it looks more like the Magitech Reapers from 6, I think. I'm trying to think of a good way to put it. It has,
I love it there, and thank you.
it's kind of a marsh green, olive green kind of a color. And it's got these yellowish claws for hands.
Big meaty claws.
I was about to fucking say that. Matey claws.
Bunch of meme lords.
We're awful.
You're incorrigible. Sponge boy me Bob. Arr, 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 arr. Oh man, so forever and a day ago, my brother-in-law and I were playing Borderlands 1 on LAN, and he made himself offensively yellow and named himself Sponge Boy Me Bob. And I made myself Fire Truck Red and named myself Captain Krabs with a Z. And we would just yell at each other in our best SpongeBob and Mr. Krabs impersonations. Because we were like half an apartment away from each other while we were landing. Good times.
Nice.
The things we did when LAN was the thing.
Yeah. We went through like 2.5 hours of trying to set up a Borderlands 1 LAN because neither one of us legitimately owned the game at the time. So it was like, okay, how are we going to do this? Oh, I've got her tilted. My bad. Went and wandered off course. Nice.
A.
Flawless. Still no dogs.
Lots of guns, though.
Lots
Yes.
of guns.
I hate to
It's
keep
the
pausing.
macro.
Can you give me 30 seconds to go pick my kid up off the floor.
Okay. I'm remembering now why it took us 4 Sunday Fundays to get everybody's dogs last time.
Because this happens.
She's just really stingy. The clears aren't exactly slow, but you can't skip the ad phase, so... The Derpy Dalmel.
By the way, is there anyone here that doesn't have that mount? I will literally give it to you. I have one in my Chocobo saddlebag.
Nice. Anybody need a giraffe?
Yeah. I've been carrying one around since the first Ishgard restoration.
Nice. Saren is going to be surrounded by giraffes. I hope they don't have allergies. I guess I didn't realize that the giraffe scaled that much. That is such
Oh, wow.
a small giraffe. Hosen's over there. Is that a horse? Oh man, the Derpy Delma would be a pretty cool tavern name.
Yeah, it would.
Roulette. Oh, it's the zoo. Big Burb.
All right, I'm sorry. Continue. We can continue.
Okay.
All right.
It's hard to even path with the zoo. His feet are just so chonky. Markers.
I sure hope so. They get even better.
And we got her down to 54. The better macro
Perfect.
does mean it is a better DPS. I think that's the rules, actually. I think it's in the official guide for Final Fantasy XIV.
Yep.
The better your chat macro, the higher your deeps.
I have heard this. I've also heard that if you used a chat macro, you rate faster.
Yes.
Yes. Oh no.
So just like SE1, weight 3, SE2, weight 3.
Yeah, let's just do the "Make a Man Out of You" song to Mulan and just space it out. Different things.
Let's get down to business to kick Saren.
Did she give me macros when I asked for none?
A+. One more fell cleave. Repositioning. And then she basically just told me no. Okay. Well, hopefully it should be a little bit easier to reach your thing now. Oh,
Wow, that one went quite fast.
what was the timer on that?
3:45.
Nice. And a doggo. Hells yeah.
So what I'm getting from this,
You went silent. Am I glitched out, or did she go silent? That was awkward. On my resource monitor, Discord just started ravenously eating up all of my RAM and then stopped responding entirely. So everything else is functioning fine, although I had a slightly longer loadout time in 14. But, yeah. So what did I miss?
Nothing much.
Okay.
We sacrificed Hosen.
Oh no. Anybody AFK or need a minute before we queue?
I'm good.
This will be the last one I need to do as my warrior.
And then you can show off that title.
Yep. I feel like it was a title that was made for Grandpa Kai. Let's not forget the waymarks. Nice.
I love it. Sure is dark in here.
Hey, who turned out the lights? I love the sound he makes when he dies.
Yeah.
I just really like what they did with the visuals for this fight. You get really
Yeah,
tired of... Sorry, go ahead.
It's a really cool fight. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah. You definitely get tired of it after a while, but... That's true of anything, I suppose. What do we got? Need to be over here.
1 second faster.
Nice. Still no
Another
doggo.
gun.
All of the guns. I think she's handing out one for each of us so that we can just end our suffering.
Obviously, it means full machinist party.
Clearly. I gotta find it in my sea of titles here. My god.
That is true, Saren.
So many titles, I can't find it.
I wish the titles interface was a little better.
Yeah.
Took me a good, 10 minutes to find Keeper of the Lilacs.
There it is. My god. Don't mind me.
What's that mount from?
Which one?
It's with gold feathers.
Oh yeah, it's a refer a friend thing.
Oh,
So
okay.
you need 18 gold feathers.
Of unyielding steel. There it is.
Hallelujah.
He did it.
That crazy son of a bitch, he pulled it off.
Congratulatory spin cycle.
I'd join you, but the people that I sent a recruit a friend code to didn't use it, so.
I love how in sync we are right now, though. As I say it.
There you go.
That was short-lived.
Was it worth it, Kai?
The title, you mean?
Yes.
Kind of. I didn't really have to go too far out of my way. I didn't realize that the title was even a thing until I was already at 440 out of 500, and I was like, oh, okay. I could do 60 more duties as a warrior. That's fine.
Easy. Oh, that's the wrong direction.
Unfortunately, my damage is going to go down quite a bit now.
Why didn't you just play as Gunbreaker?
Because Gunbreaker sucks. Don't at me.
More bongos.
Ah, the
Please take
bongos.
them away.
Even more bongos! I got a fever, and the only prescription is more bongos. Nani?
Goodness.
I do like this sword. I realize there's a lot to be said for the heavy particle effects and the really cool paladin relics, but I don't know. It's simple, it's elegant. I like it.
Fair enough. Did you hear that?
Hear what?
Did you hear Asahi?
Oh, yes.
He glitched out there.
Stand behind Brom.
Wow.
Wow.
That reduced so much damage.
Oh, I forgot markers. I'm bad at this. Oh no.
Uh-oh. Burner. Burner.
Oh, there is a safe meteor, but yeah, that was rough. Damn it, Tsuyu. It looks like our mounts are kissing. I kind of love Eltuo. Best dragon.
Yeah. Very cute.
Dragon Quest monster faces. Yeah, I appreciate that.
The Gwibber faces are just something special.
Dragons are just derpy on the first.
Yep.
Because they weren't sired by the coolest of dragons, Midgar Zormir.
True.
Although, that does beg the question, if all dragons are descendants of the same brood on the source, what are the dragons of the first descended from?
I am good.
Ah, welcome back.
Hmm.
Ready check.
Well, technically, doesn't Midgard Zormir transcend the fracture of the source.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I'm kind of measuring what it is that I'm saying. I know Atomia hasn't finished Shadowbringers yet, but
Right, that's why gotta be very careful.
yeah. But I think Midgar Zormir's origins are a little bit vague. We just know that
They
he
haven't
came here from
really-
someplace else.
So he came from a different planet that was being destroyed by Omega.
Yeah,
We don't actually know exactly when, if it was before or after something,
yeah.
and so we don't know what that means as far as he goes.
He could, because of the powers that he has, he could also be from another universe, like another dimension, because Omega is implied to not be of any of the shards, like he's from beyond.
But we can actually see the Dragon Star, though, is the thing. Remember, that's what the Astros use. The
I guess.
Astrologers use to see
Dragon
if,
Star-
like, the
That's
brood
negative.
is what was it? Roaring. Yeah.
It's been a while since I've done the Astro quest line.
Same.
I
It's
know that
Yeah, but
He-
they mentioned that in A Realm Reborn still, when they start the pre-Heavensward stuff, they're like, you know, oh, the astrologians are seeing the dragon star burn bright red, which means that one of the big ones is roaring.
See, I always interpreted
Oh.
that as there's a particular star that they associate with the dragons, not necessarily that is the star, aka planet,
No,
that the
that
dragons
is-
came from.
That is the dragon star.
Interesting.
Because there are more stars in the sky than there are shards. So they use star in a really confusing manner in this game.
Yes, they do, but the dragon star is the actual dragon star.
Like the actual
that we can
planet,
see.
the shard?
The actual planet. It's not necessarily a shard, that we don't know, right? But it's where Midgar Sormir came from. It's
Oh,
the dragon
okay,
star,
okay.
And it is what we can see in the sky. And it is what burns bright red when one of the workers.
The cosmology is still kind of fucky because, I mean, it implies there are other planets in the solar system / world, but there's also other
Yes.
shards. Are the shards in parallel universes overlapping on each other? Because they're always
So,
depicted as being in
no.
a circle, but they're not physically located there. You can't fly there.
Kind of, well, okay. So, I'm afraid of going too much into it because I don't know where Atomia is.
Right.
So maybe I just won't.
We can always discuss it in the spoilers channel.
Yeah.
I stand by my assessment that the cosmology is kind of fucky, though, because they're
I'm pretty
like...
sure the Dragon Star only exists in the source.
Yeah, so that we don't know, right? Because the astrologist, like, Urianger turns into an astrologian because he realizes that he can still use the same stars to see shit.
Right.
He mentions that. Like, it's the same sky, which would imply that the galaxy is the same? Perhaps, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not just about the source, it's like a whole area around it as well.
But that's the thing, though. In kind of like the multiverse theory, like, which obviously is trends. Like, we're kind of moving more into like actual like reality here. Is that just because the Dragon Star is there doesn't mean it's the Dragon Star in every multiverse.
That's true.
Right. Yes. We also don't know if the Dragon Star is necessarily within our solar system, quote unquote. Right?
Yeah.
We just
I
know
think-
that we can see it. Which, I was having this conversation with Draxus the other day, and I'm not sure if... Can we see it real life? Can we see a star that's not in our solar system?
Yes.
Yeah.
You mean our
so-
galaxy, I assume?
Or solar system only has one star.
Yes.
So here's the thing:
Yeah, so
you
that's what I meant.
you see stars, not planets. The only planets we can see are the ones in our own solar system. Sometimes.
Sometimes,
Not
sometimes
always.
gas giants reflect light just right, and we can see those from other solar systems.
Right.
But
There's
But
also
then we
radio
have to remember
telescopes.
that
yeah,
they also do refer to planets as star is the problem, right?
yeah, that's why it gets really freaking confusing because
Yeah.
it's like, okay, but star doesn't mean what you think it means.
Right, in this setting, yeah. When
I
if you
also
were to
don't
refer-
understand if it's like, is there a sun that we revolve around it? Is there
Presumably,
actually a solar system? You know, I also don't understand that.
I mean, there is a sun.
I think the whole, seeing the reflections of the shards in a circle is just a representation. I'm pretty sure in
It is a
every
I think there is a-
multiverse, the shard is in the same place as every other shard.
Right, except that during the Heavensward patches, when we meet Arthur for the first time, he says that he is from the shard that is closest to the source, which is why it's called the first.
Right.
The 13th also
But that
being the
doesn't necessarily
closest
mean
except for the other
spatially
side.
closest. It could be dimensionally
So-
closest.
I guess.
Funny thing, because if you've ever watched Dragon Ball Super, they also kind of reference how. So
Yeah.
you have universes that are in their own bubble, and those bubbles are circular around each other depending on how many universes there are. And the closer a universe is to another universe, represents their kind of how similar they are. So, for example, in the Dragon Ball universe, I think there's 14 universes or something, and 6 and 7 are the closest because of how they're aligned. They're lines of sets of 2.
Yeah, they're paired.
So I think it's the same type of thing where it's they're each in their own universe, but how the universes coexist in time-space shenanigans is how close they are to each other, or how relative.
And
Right.
there's a bit that I was going to say, but it is unfortunately too spoiler heavy. So I guess the question is, when Spoiler does spoilers to the original world, did the
I'm following.
I'm following.
I'm
Took me a minute.
following.
did the shards get yeeted off into space or yeeted off into other dimensions? Because I guess the question that we're asking there is how powerful Spoilers is when they did spoilers.
Right, but I think that the other question is also, couldn't it be both?
That is true. Yeah, it could have been sundered
Because
through both.
remember, and I know this is not a spoiler because this is at the very beginning.
Yeah.
The Crystal Exarch explains to us that they function in different times, right?
Yeah.
So one day in the source could have worked, 100 years on the first.
Which is
So it is
that
also
couldn't.
a matter of time and not just space necessarily or dimension.
Right.
But at the same time, if you were entering a moment of near equivalence, which I understand that that's just an explanation for the game to not have to deal with that, but still.
Right, but that heavily implies that they're not in the same universe, but just slightly distant from each other, because time doesn't start to function differently until you either approach the speed of light or start doing really weird stuff with gravity.
So I think in the we're gonna have to kill her fast.
Oh man.
I feel like in the Final Fantasy version, they're using the same type of theory that the Marvel universes use. How time, when you fuck the time, it splits the.
I think so too. Yeah,
It splits the timeline, and that's how you create an alternate universe. Oh, we're probably we either gotta get over there or we're gonna die.
1%.
Woo!
You and me, we got it. Oh no, you did. It's just me.
Oh,
Glare 2, glare harder.
It is Blair.
I am the glare of my own glare.
Oh man.
And I got a gun for it, so I can just KMS.
Yep.
Oh God.
But yeah, no, I think that time is
Eh.
is what they're using here as a fracture. But that
Yeah.
does bring up a good question. If spoiler does spoiler to the first, does it also reflect onto the shard and spoil that one as well?
I feel like
Or is it
Yes.
just gone from, or is that whole timeline just gone?
No, I think the whole timeline still happens, and the reason why I think that I can't say.
okay.
And the reason is because big spoiler.
Oh
That's an
man.
actual. That's the reason why I think that is from 5.3. So that's like big
Yeah,
spoiler.
that's
This is the weirdest.
Oh yeah,
combo
because
I've
that's
ever
the thing.
listened to,
Because the spoiler is still void,
Exactly.
so
yeah.
it
Yes.
doesn't go away.
Right. And
I-
not only that, but the spoiler is denser now.
I realize that
Still.
the writers can do kind of whatever because magic, but certain things have to function certain ways without rewriting the laws of the universe. So I feel like in a lot of ways the only thing that makes sense is if the different shards are separated dimensionally.
But that's the thing. Wouldn't all of the, I guess we're kind of nuancing the writing here. Wouldn't all of the, so what? I guess my question is, did we have 13 other dimensions before this?
I don't think so.
Before the Sundering?
So when
I don't
Spoiler
believe
did
so.
spoilers, they made extra dimensions by doing
I think
spoiler
so,
the first one.
Because they literally rewrote the laws of existence, basically.
So if that's the case, then I'm pretty sure if spoiler does spoiler to the first to protect it from spoiling, then this is really fun, by the way. Then I'm pretty sure it just nukes that timeline. Like
I don't
nobody
think
can go.
so. I think if it moved the timeline, the spoiler would have disappeared.
I don't know if we're really getting into separate timelines and stuff. Well, I mean, I guess we are.
Because that's the thing. Because spoiler has to do spoiler to the planet to equalize the spoiling. So
Jesus Christ.
Stop it, please.
But you know what I'm saying? Like once a certain shard becomes spoiled, then you have to do. Then spoiler does what it does, and then
It's
None-
spoiled.
this-
No way.
None of this is
Spoiler.
helped by the plot of the Crystal Tower, is what I'm gonna say right now.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. That's what brings everything up because he's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it right in the beginning, right? Explains how the Crystal Tower works.
No, because
Double
it's pretty close to the end of 5.0, towards the original conclusion of Shadowbringers, when you find out about the Exarch and the tower and all that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I'm like, the plot around that does not help this conversation at all.
Yeah, that's the one thing that's messed me up, and that's why I feel like time is very weird in this scenario because spoiler starts on spoiler and then ends up on first.
Right.
And this all started.
I'm
Sorry.
honestly hoping that 6.0 will clarify some of these things better because it is
Yeah.
very confusing. As it
I don't think
stands,
it's gonna.
feel
I
like.
think those pillars are just gonna make a whole bunch of spoil.
Because that's, you bring up a good point with the Dragon Star thing. Is, you know, we're aware that there are shards beyond the first. We've known that for a long time. But then the question is, like, we didn't really think about the idea of other whole planets and solar systems and other, air quotes, stars on which other races live.
No, but that's where Omega comes from.
Oh,
and
whoops.
That's where the worms come from. So like, there's at least two.
But that's the thing. Like,
Omega
that's the
and,
weird.
And Omega and the dragons don't come from the same place.
Right.
And that's the weird thing because when spoiler does spoil the first 13 or 4 to 5 times, I don't know how whatever the fold is. She only does it to the source. It shouldn't affect everything else.
Well, that's the thing that I don't know. I don't think it's been made clear if it was only to the source or if it's like an AoE effect. Let's say.
If that is the case, then fighting Zodiark is going to be a pain in the dick.
Oh my god.
Where is this goddamn dog?
She's let the cheapskate.
I was so distracted by that conversation, I actually died.
Sorry.
I mean, it's only like half the conversation because the rest of it's all spoiler.
Because we can't even say what's going on for some of it.
Yeah,
But the funny thing is, I've been following all the spoilers, spoilers.
same. Me too.
It does get a little dizzying, I won't lie.
But I think everyone else is like annoyed at us right now.
I think they are.
Tomo's brain is probably melting right now.
I'm very good at tuning things out, so I've been mostly tuning it out.
Fair enough.
That's good.
On the subject of other planets, though, it is kind of neat because the different Final Fantasy worlds are implied to take place on different planets. So there's, one of them takes place on Gaia, one takes place on, what the hell's the name of it? But you get the idea, anyway.
Right. But I actually thought that originally, and this planet may have changed, and I'm pretty sure it has, but I think that originally the idea of 13 shards came from this being Final Fantasy 14 plus 13 shards, right?
Yeah.
Which means that like each shard would be a more direct representation of each game. And you can kind of see some references to Final Fantasy 1 on the first, but I think they made. I think it's possible that originally the idea was a lot more than what they ended up doing in the end.
Yeah, I think maybe they originally wanted to imply that there's 14 shards because this is the 14th game, but I don't buy that they are still going with each shard represents a particular title. I don't think that's a thing, but especially since Omega shows up from another planet, implying that the planet of Final Fantasy V is out there.
But what I'm saying is that I think the idea of a source in 13 shards is perhaps older than Yoshi P, maybe, right?
It
that
could
was
be
supposed to be part of the original storytelling.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that originally it would have been a more direct connection between each shard and each game, and then Yoshi comes in, and I think that changes. And I think there are actually, because people asked him that, and he's actively trying to get away from that comparison because he doesn't want the implication that the 13 is a void because the 13 sucks. Because 13 sucks.
I mean, I would buy that, but that's just me.
He's actually been asked that question. If that was the implication, so obviously he's not gonna say yes. So I think,
right,
and that may actually be one of the reasons why they're gonna go away from that.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Is
I mean, if a game deserves to be condemned to darkness, it's Final Fantasy 13.
I would second that.
Well, actually, 10-2 as well.
Never played that one, so.
Speaking of Final Fantasy X, because this was the point that I was going to make about there being different planets for stuff. And I'm not going to consider this a spoiler because we're talking about the plot of a 24-year-old game here. But
How dare you? How dare you?
the character Shinra from Final Fantasy X-2 was confirmed behind the scenes to have eventually invented space travel, and his descendants traveled to the planet on which Final Fantasy VII takes place and founded the Shinra Electric Power Company.
Really? I didn't know it was connected.
Huh.
That was like one of the first times that they ever truly connected
like
multiple games.
To be fair, though, I'm pretty sure Sin came from a different planet, isn't it?
Well, I mean, he's kind of basically just an Aeon. Which is not very different from Primals. I don't know how much of the plot I should get into, but
I'm pretty sure you can just do the whole thing. If somebody hasn't played the game by now, then it's no great shakes.
Ah, dang it.
Boy.
I was not fast enough.
Well, I don't think it overlapped enough to be fatal
I'm dead.
for anybody but you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna die too.
I am not going to die.
Bye.
Oh, we need to move to black.
Oh,
Guy.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
Yeah,
Hey!
that's what got me.
Thank you. I popped sprint, but I was like, I'm not going to be able to do it.
I needed a tank, and you're the only tank, so you get the pull.
Hey!
That was a great rescue.
All right.
10 of 10.
You just
Rescue
need
of the
DPS
night.
at this point, so picked up Saren. Now Ari.
You're all going to get nuked.
Yep.
Such a desperation.
Such devastation. We still got 4.5 minute clear, though.
It hasn't dropped a single mat. I'm so upset.
I'm a little bit annoyed by the lack of drops.
I'm pretty sure the mat gets randomly distributed. I don't think that's something that comes in the loop.
Oh.
It is. I got 2 of them, and I don't know when.
Oh, that would explain it.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I feel a little bit
I
better
still-
about it now.
But I still didn't get any. so
Oh
I'm
yeah,
so
me
upset.
neither. I still don't have anything, but I feel less bad that at least somebody got something.
Yeah.
I kind of want the mat so I can get a new Dragoon weapon. Otherwise, Saren's gonna kill me if I keep using the Moogle fork.
That Dragoon is definitely gorgeous.
But sorry, go ahead.
I don't know if I'm gonna kill you if I keep using it, but I might make my macros worse and worse every time I run something with you.
Okay, that's fair.
But to your question about Sin, Sin is basically an Aeon being summoned by one summoner in particular, Yu Yevon, and Yu Yevon is hanging out in the core of Sin, basically just like keeping it alive. And every time one of the summoners of the Final Fantasy X storyline has defeated Sin by summoning, their final ultimate Aeon, Yu Yevon then corrupts that Aeon and uses it as the core to form a new Sin around it. So they're all from the same world and stuff. It's just fucky summoner stuff.
Okay. So, why do
I thought Sin was from a different time, though.
why do regular people have to sacrifice themselves to sin? I guess I haven't beaten it, so I've gotten very close, but I've never finished this.
Okay. Well, the long and short of it is that Sin is being summoned by Yu Yevon, who also started a phony religion around the idea of sin is like the punishment for humanity's sins or whatever. It is implied through the teachings of the Temple of Yevon that the only way that you can defeat sin is by summoning the final Aeon. But in
Right.
reality, you can never get rid of sin permanently that way because Yu Yevon will just use your Aeon to form a new sin. The game ends with you bringing about what's called the Eternal Calm because you defeat Sin and Yu Yevon without calling a final Aeon. So he doesn't have anything to make a new core out of.
Okay. Am
So
I
why is
crazy?
your-
I thought Sin was Titus' dad.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. So how does both Titus and his father rope into becoming Sin, quote unquote?
So the answer to that question is that Xanarkand, as Titus is aware of it, being out in the middle of the ocean and stuff, is an illusion. It is a dream which is being summoned by the Faith. At the top of Mount Gagazet, there's like tons and tons of people fused into a statue, all performing a summoning that they've kept summoned for the last 1,000 years, which is a version of Xanarkand which is floating out in the ocean. So Titus and Jecht are basically Aeons, along with the rest of the citizens of his version of Xanarkand. He isn't transported through time, he's transported across the ocean to like the actual continent of Spira. The reason Jecht disappeared before the main story began is because he took his boat out too far, too close to the actual real mainland, and got gobbled up by Sin.
Because Sin eats other Aeon, right?
Basically. He doesn't like eat Jecht, but he does kind of like end up carrying him to the mainland. So the way all of the pieces fit together is that Braska completes his pilgrimage. Jecht volunteers to be the final Aeon, thereby becoming the core for the next Sin. And being able to somewhat control Sin's actions from the inside, he goes back to the fake Xanarkand and fucks it up.
Because he knows it's fake at that point.
Basically, yeah.
Okay, fuck them again.
So when you beat Sin, there's no longer any need for the Aeons anymore. And they've been, like, maintaining their magic powers for 1,000 years, so they finally let their souls go to rest, which means that the fake Xanarkand and all of the people from it, including Tidus, disappear.
I see. So then 10-2 is just all a wild goose shape, then.
Yeah, although there is a secret ending, in which you get Tidus back, which I will be honest, I've never unlocked the secret ending. I have seen the cutscene, but I don't think they ever explain how that works.
You just summon one Tidus?
I guess. I don't know, man. So we have reached 9 p.m. on the Sunday Funday stream, so I will wrap up the live stream itself, but I can continue to tank this if people still want to try for doggos.
I have D&D I gotta do.
All right.
So somebody wants to heal, that should cover the spread.
I can give healing a try.
You don't have to do much. Just
All right.
cast
Yeah, my only problem with healing is that I get really confused during the meteor thing. I have never once dropped that in the right place.
I guess. See you later.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye,
Later.
Fion.
Give me
All
just
right. I don't actually know the healer mechanic.
Uh-oh. Let me pop into AFK real quick. Just 1 second.
Okay.
Well, you heard it here, folks. That is the end of our planned segment for Sunday Funday for tonight. We have reached the 9 p.m. cutoff. We may have a little bit more content running tonight, but we generally start to wind down around here. I want to thank you again for following along. If you're watching this after the fact on YouTube, consider accommodation, or in this case, hit that like and or notification button. Check out our Tiltify or Patreon links in the description below, and we'll see you on Thursday for Kai Plays. See you next time.